Have you ever received a formal letter at work or from a landlord and wondered what it truly meant? Today, we're diving into the world of notice letters. These documents might seem intimidating at first glance, but understanding their purpose can make a huge difference in how you respond. Notice letters are more than just pieces of paper. They're official communications that carry important messages. In this video, we'll break down what a notice letter is, why it's used, and what it's really saying beneath the formal language. Let's start by defining what exactly a notice letter is and why it matters in both professional and personal settings. A notice letter is a formal written document that serves to inform someone about a significant change, requirement, or upcoming event. It's commonly used in workplaces, rental agreements, and legal situations. The main goal is to provide clear, documented communication about something important, like ending a contract, changing terms, or giving a warning. Notice letters are designed to be unambiguous, ensuring that both parties are on the same page. By putting things in writing, they help prevent misunderstandings and protect the interests of everyone involved. Let's look at some common situations where you might encounter a notice letter. Notice letters appear in many areas of life. For example, in the workplace, an employer might send a notice letter to inform an employee about the end of their contract or a change in job responsibilities. Landlords use notice letters to let tenants know about rent increases or the need to vacate a property. Even in legal matters, notice letters are used to formally communicate demands or warnings. The key is that these letters serve as official records, ensuring that everyone involved is aware of the situation and has time to respond appropriately. Understanding these uses helps you recognize when a notice letter is more than just a routine message. Every notice letter follows a certain structure to ensure clarity and formality. Typically, it starts with the sender's and recipient's details, followed by the date. The body of the letter clearly states the purpose, whether it's to terminate a contract, request action, or provide information. It often includes a timeline or deadline, giving the recipient a clear idea of when things will happen. Finally, it ends with a formal closing and the sender's signature. This structure isn't just for show. It ensures that the message is clear, professional, and legally sound. Notice letters play a crucial role in formal communication. They provide a written record of important information which can be referenced later if disputes arise. By clearly stating intentions and expectations, notice letters help prevent misunderstandings and ensure that everyone knows their rights and responsibilities. In many cases, they're also required by law or contract, making them an essential part of professional and legal processes. Understanding their importance can help you respond appropriately and protect your interests. There are several types of notice letters, each serving a different purpose. Termination notices are used to end contracts or employment. Warning notices alert someone to a problem or violation. Change notices inform about modifications to agreements or policies. Demand notices request payment or action. Each type follows a similar structure but is tailored to its specific situation. Knowing the type of notice letter you're dealing with can help you understand its urgency and how you should respond. A termination notice letter is one of the most common types. It's used to formally end a relationship, such as employment or a lease. The letter will specify the end date and any actions required before the relationship concludes. For example, an employer might give 2 weeks notice before an employee's last day, or a landlord might give a tenant 30 days to vacate. The purpose is to give both parties time to prepare and ensure a smooth transition. Warning: notice letters are used to alert someone to a problem or violation. For example, an employer might send a warning notice to an employee about repeated tardiness, or a landlord might warn a tenant about noise complaints. These letters usually outline the issue, the expected corrective action, and the consequences if the problem isn't resolved. The goal is to give the recipient a chance to address the issue before more serious action is taken. Change notice letters inform recipients about modifications to existing agreements or policies. For instance, a company might send a change notice to employees about updates to workplace policies, or a landlord might notify tenants about changes in rent or building rules. These letters clearly state what's changing, when the change takes effect, and how it impacts the recipient. This transparency helps everyone adjust to new expectations and reduces confusion. Demand notice letters are used to formally request payment or action. For example, a creditor might send a demand notice to a borrower who has missed payments, or a business might demand the return of property. These letters outline what is owed or required, set a deadline for compliance, and often mention potential consequences for non-compliance. They serve as a final warning before more serious steps, like legal action, are taken. Notice letters often have legal significance. In many cases, they are required by law or contract before certain actions can be taken, such as eviction or termination. By providing written notice, The sender fulfills their legal obligations and creates a record that can be used in court if necessary. This legal backing makes notice letters a powerful tool in resolving disputes and ensuring fairness. Notice letters are typically written in a formal, neutral tone. The language is clear and direct, avoiding emotional or accusatory statements. This professionalism helps ensure that the message is taken seriously and reduces the risk of misunderstandings. Even when delivering bad news, the tone remains respectful and factual, focusing on the facts rather than personal feelings. Beneath the formal language, notice letters are about setting boundaries and expectations. They're a way for one party to communicate clearly about what's happening and what needs to be done next. Whether it's ending a contract, requesting payment, or warning about a problem, the underlying message is about responsibility and accountability. Understanding this helps you read between the lines and respond appropriately. When you receive a notice letter, it's important to read it carefully. Start by identifying the sender and the purpose of the letter. Look for key details like dates, deadlines, and required actions. Pay attention to any legal references or consequences mentioned. If anything is unclear, don't hesitate to seek clarification. Taking the time to fully understand the letter can help you avoid mistakes and respond effectively. How you respond to a notice letter can have significant consequences. If the letter requires action, make sure to comply within the stated timeframe. If you disagree with the contents, respond in writing and keep a copy for your records. In some cases, you may need to seek legal advice before replying. The key is to act promptly and professionally, showing that you take the notice seriously. In the workplace, notice letters are often used for employment changes, such as promotions, demotions, or terminations. They provide a clear record of what's happening and why. For employees, receiving a notice letter can be stressful, but it's important to remember that these letters are part of standard business practices. Understanding their purpose can help you navigate workplace changes with confidence. For tenants and landlords, notice letters are essential tools for managing rental agreements. They're used to communicate about rent increases, lease renewals, or the need to vacate a property. These letters help ensure that both parties understand their rights and obligations, reducing the risk of disputes. If you're renting, knowing how to interpret and respond to notice letters can protect your interests. In legal disputes, notice letters are often the first step before formal action is taken. They serve as a warning or demand, giving the recipient a chance to resolve the issue without going to court. By documenting the communication, both parties have a record of what was said and when. This can be crucial if the dispute escalates to legal proceedings. One of the main reasons notice letters are used is for documentation. By putting important information in writing, both parties have a clear record that can be referenced later. This is especially important in situations where verbal agreements might be forgotten or disputed. Proper documentation can protect your rights and help resolve conflicts more easily. Deadlines are a key feature of most notice letters. Whether it's a date to vacate a property, pay a debt, or respond to an issue, the deadline is clearly stated. Meeting these deadlines is crucial, as missing them can lead to serious consequences, such as legal action or loss of rights. Always check the dates in a notice letter and plan your response accordingly. Notice letters often outline the rights and responsibilities of both parties. For example, a termination notice might explain your right to appeal or request a hearing. Understanding these rights is essential for protecting yourself and making informed decisions. If you're unsure about your rights, consider seeking advice from a professional. Just as notice letters explain your rights, they also clarify your obligations. This might include returning property, making a payment, or taking corrective action. Fulfilling these obligations on time can help you avoid further problems and demonstrate your professionalism. Receiving a notice letter doesn't always mean the situation is final. In many cases, there's room for negotiation. For example, you might be able to discuss a new move-out date with your landlord or negotiate payment terms with a creditor. The key is to communicate openly and professionally, showing that you're willing to work toward a solution. It's normal to feel anxious or upset when you receive a notice letter, especially if it contains bad news. However, it's important to separate your emotions from your response. Take time to process the information, seek support if needed, and focus on the facts. Responding calmly and professionally can help you achieve a better outcome. When dealing with notice letters, keep copies of all correspondence. File the original letter, your response, and any related documents in a safe place. This documentation can be invaluable if questions or disputes arise later. Staying organized helps you stay in control and ensures you have the information you need when it matters most. Professionalism is key when writing or responding to notice letters. Use clear, respectful language and stick to the facts. Avoid emotional or accusatory statements and focus on resolving the issue. Demonstrating professionalism not only helps resolve the current situation, but also builds your reputation for future interactions. If you're unsure how to respond to a notice letter, especially one with legal implications, it's wise to seek professional advice. A lawyer or legal expert can help you understand your rights, obligations, and the best course of action. This support can make a big difference in protecting your interests and avoiding costly mistakes. Today, many notice letters are sent electronically via email or online platforms. While the format may change, the principles remain the same: clear communication, formal tone, and proper documentation. Always save digital copies and confirm receipt to ensure there's a record of the communication. Notice letters often contain sensitive information, so privacy is important. Make sure to keep your letters secure and only share them with those who need to know. If you're sending a notice letter, use secure methods to protect the recipient's privacy as well. After sending or receiving a notice letter, follow-up is often necessary. This might mean confirming receipt, checking on progress, or responding to questions. Timely follow-up shows that you're engaged and responsible, helping to keep the process on track. Good record keeping is essential when dealing with notice letters. Store all related documents in an organized way, whether digitally or on paper. This makes it easy to find information when you need it and supports your case if there's ever a dispute. Many organizations use templates for notice letters to ensure consistency and compliance. Templates provide a standard format, making it easier to include all necessary information and maintain a professional tone. If you're writing a notice letter, using a template can save time and reduce errors. Clarity is crucial in notice letters. Use simple, direct language and avoid jargon or ambiguous terms. The goal is to make sure the recipient understands exactly what's being communicated and what is expected of them. Clear communication helps prevent confusion and disputes. Timeliness is another important aspect of notice letters. Sending or responding to a notice letter promptly shows respect for the process and helps avoid unnecessary complications. Delays can lead to missed opportunities or even legal trouble, so always act quickly when notice letters are involved. Notice letters can be a valuable tool for resolving disputes before they escalate. By clearly stating the issue and proposed solution, they open the door for dialogue and negotiation. Many conflicts can be settled amicably through this process, avoiding the need for costly legal action. Cultural differences can affect how notice letters are written and interpreted. In some cultures, direct communication is valued, while in others, indirect language is preferred. Understanding these differences can help you write more effective notice letters and avoid misunderstandings, especially in international settings. Language barriers can make notice letters harder to understand. If you receive a notice letter in a language you're not fluent in, consider getting a professional translation. This ensures you fully understand the message and can respond appropriately. Clear communication is essential, regardless of language. Accessibility is important when sending notice letters. Make sure the format is easy to read and understand, especially for recipients with disabilities. Use clear fonts, adequate spacing, and alternative formats if needed. This ensures that everyone receives the information they need. Technology has changed how notice letters are created and delivered. Digital signatures, online templates, and secure email platforms make the process faster and more efficient. However, the core principles of clarity, formality, and documentation remain the same, regardless of the technology used. Looking ahead, notice letters will continue to evolve with technology. We may see more automation, integration with digital platforms, and new ways to verify delivery and receipt. Despite these changes, the need for clear, formal communication will always be at the heart of notice letters. To get the most out of notice letters, follow best practices. Be clear, concise, and professional. Use templates when possible, keep thorough records, and respond promptly. These habits help ensure that your communications are effective and legally sound, no matter the situation. Common mistakes with notice letters include unclear language, missing deadlines, and failing to keep records. Avoid these pitfalls by double-checking your letters, setting reminders for deadlines, and organizing your documents. Taking these steps can save you time, money, and stress in the long run. Let's look at a real-life example. Imagine you're renting an apartment and receive a notice letter from your landlord stating that your lease will not be renewed. The letter specifies the move-out date and any steps you need to take, such as cleaning the apartment or returning keys. By following the instructions and responding promptly, you can ensure a smooth transition and protect your security deposit. Notice letters are a vital part of formal communication in many areas of life. By understanding their purpose, structure, and underlying messages, you can handle them with confidence. Remember to read carefully, respond promptly, and keep thorough records. With these tips, you'll be prepared to navigate any notice letter you encounter. To wrap up, Notice letters are more than just formalities. They're essential tools for clear, documented communication. Whether you're sending or receiving one, understanding what's really being said can help you protect your rights and fulfill your obligations. Stay organized, act promptly, and don't hesitate to seek help if you need it. Thanks for joining us as we decoded the real meaning behind notice letters.